Good morning!
Good morning, Parkland. We have finally made it to the middle of the week. Today's weather will be cloudy and rainy at 69 degrees. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. First up, thank you to Miss Bartwell for this morning's aerospace moment of the day. You'll never get your head around how big the universe is, warns astronomer Pete Edwards of the University of Durham in the film about measuring astronomical distances. There are as many stars in the universe as there are grains of sand on Earth. So how far is a light year? And supposing our galaxy were the size of a grain of sand, how big would the universe be?
Our sun, like nearly all the stars we can see with the naked eye, sits inside the galaxy we call the Milky Way. But our galaxy is not alone in the universe.
Not everything you can see in the night sky is actually in our galaxy. It turns out that some of those faint dots are in fact other galaxies. The furthest object you can see actually with the unaided eye is another galaxy called Andromeda. The light from that galaxy has taken something like 2.25 million years to get to the Earth. So if you imagine if we reverse the scenario and you're looking at the Earth from Andromeda with a very powerful telescope, you'd see no signs of cities, no civilization, no Great Wall of China. You might be lucky enough to see one or two sort of early humans hunting around on the African plains for their dinner maybe.
Astronomers have always wanted to see further, using bigger and better telescopes to try and find out just how many other galaxies are out there. Until finally, we pointed the Hubble telescope at what at first appeared to be a very dark and ordinary patch of the night sky.
If you imagine holding up your finger with a grain of sand on it and looking at the patch of sky that grain of sand blocks out, that's the field that the telescope zoomed in onto. And what the telescope saw was incredible.
Every single speck of light in this photo is a galaxy. 10,000 galaxies in a patch of sky the size of a grain of sand held at arm's length. If this tiny patch of sky is like every other, then we can calculate how many galaxies are out there.
And now Art's here to keep us up to date about what's happening at Parkland.
Thanks, Cindy. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes is canceled this afternoon. If you're interested in joining the Civil Air Patrol, they meet today from 3 to 5. If you have any questions, see Miss McGraw. Math Club will meet today. See Mrs. Reineke with any questions. It's Halloween surprise day at Super Sci-U tomorrow. Come ready to have some fun. The book fair is happening this week. There are hundreds of books to choose from. Check out this commercial about one of the books you can buy.
6 years ago, my friend Libby and I created Princess X. 3 years later, Libby died in an accident. So why am I now seeing all these stickers in the neighborhood? Stickers with our Princess X. And there's even a website.
What did you find in the fire, Princess X? What did you find in the sky, Princess X? What did you find in the water, Princess X?
Clues hidden in a whole webcomic about Princess X, but it really seems to be about Libby. Is Libby behind this? Is she alive?
The deeper she explores the comic, the more shocking the connections between Libby's death and Princess X's storyline. Enter the realm of the Darknet and discover the truth about Libby and Princess X. It's waiting to be discovered at your Scholastic Book Fair.
You have one more day to get your yearbook for $30. After tomorrow, the price goes up. Turn in your order form and full payment to Mrs. Glaxton in room 2038. Come get your dance on this Friday after school from 3:20 until 4:20. Bring some money for sweet treats from Carmen's Italian Ice too. Tech Crew will have its first meeting next Tuesday, November 2nd, after school. If you're interested, meet Mr. Bergman in the cafeteria on Tuesday. If you like to win awards, join the App Builders Club today after school in 1210 with Mr. Owens. Finally, boys softball players, you'll practice today to prepare for your final game against Loiterman tomorrow. Now here's Anika to tell us about another Halloween tradition.
Thank you, Art. So far this week we've talked about the history of Halloween and trick-or-treating. Today we are going to talk about one of the most fun parts, carving pumpkins. Most of us sit down with our families about a week before Halloween and carve faces into our newly bought pumpkins. You can go with a traditional, happy or scary face, or get creative and do all kinds of strange and interesting designs. People carve everything from members of their family to the logos of their favorite football team. But where did this strange and unusual tradition start?
I know that jack-o'-lanterns originated in Ireland and were made from hollowed-out turnips. The term jack-o'-lantern comes from the folklore story of Stingy Jack, who supposedly trapped the devil with a cross and would only release him if the devil agreed never to take his soul. The devil agreed, and since Jack didn't have to worry about hell, he led a pretty terrible life. But when he died, heaven wouldn't take him either, so his soul was forced to wander the earth. The devil gave him a coal from hell that could never be extinguished, which Jack put into a hollowed-out turnip and used as a lantern to light his way. From then on, he was known as Jack of the Lantern, and today it's been shortened to Jack-o'-lantern. Happy Halloween.
Wish these students a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Anika. Panthers, that's all we have today. We're going to leave you with this helpful tip for when you are working with pumpkins. If you ever happen to break your pumpkin, don't worry. Just go buy a pumpkin patch. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye!